everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Braxton Bailey, your host here at the Braxton Bailey Show, and today we have a co-host. He's going to be our guest co-host today, and welcome, Jet. Come on and have a seat.
Help. I've been stuck in his basement for
Bro, shut up.
13 years.
Sit down. Be quiet. He's lying to you guys.
Please.
Sit down. I'm not
Yes,
going to
sir.
let you back out if you don't.
Help.
Shut up, or I'm not going to let you out.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Welcome to the show. I'm Braxton Bailey, your host here at the Braxton Bailey Show. And today we're going to be talking about a few things. And we're going to start out with the government shutdown. So I'm going to let him start out.
Okay, well, the government shutdown was like kind of bullcrap because literally what it was is the Democrats didn't want to approve what the Democrat or Republicans, blah, 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 whatever. We all know the gist. Democrats hated what the Republicans wanted because Obamacare was a bust. It was literally just stealing money from the government. And this actually impacts me deeply because my mom works at a federal hospital and most of her workers, and she told me this, so they had to apply for a loan to get their paycheck, but they'd have to pay that loan back, meaning in the end they'd get $0. So our federal workers weren't getting paid, airports were getting shut down, 10% of flights were canceled. It was just really shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Yeah, so I'm going to elaborate on what you said there with the healthcare, the Obamacare, which is really not healthcare. It's just messing up the healthcare
Giving
system.
free money.
Yeah. Basically, so Congress wanted, or the Democratic side of Congress wanted to keep the Affordable Healthcare Act, aka Obamacare, or what's widely referred to as Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, which was, of course, established during the Obama administration, but it completely ruined the way our healthcare system works because not really, but it basically did, because it made it harder for people to get healthcare because it made it more expensive. And what the Democrats wanted this year was with the government shutdown was they wanted to keep the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare in the budget. And I mean, that's the whole thing. That's the whole reason this even happened, was because of a simple budget that they knew was coming for months now. And they had plenty of time to prepare for this, but I don't know. They decided to act surprised.
Yeah. And it should have gone on for 43 days, 42?
I believe it was. It was over a month, a little over a month, and that's unacceptable.
There was no point. Yeah, there was really no point. It's you're telling me that y'all can't agree on something so much that it takes over a month for a few Democrats to step over to the Republican side. And we could have avoided all of this if the Democrats wanted to agree with the Republicans, because we have majority in the House.
Yeah. But I mean, there's always going to be some who are just brainless, who are mindless to what's going on. They don't understand exactly what is actually taking place here. A lot of people agreed with the Democratic side when they were the ones causing this government shutdown. And I guess that leads us into, we can stop there, and that leads us into us, or Trump actually stopping the production of pennies. You know why that happened, right?
Because the pennies lost value.
Yeah, so basically, I'll elaborate on that too. So if each penny that was produced took up to 3.7, so almost 4 pennies to produce a single one.
Yep.
So 4 pennies each penny. And that just brought it down. So it's there's not even a word. There are over 300 billion pennies in circulation right now. Think about the impact. Over those 200 and like 32 years or something.
Yep.
That they had the penny in production.
The only thing that we're really losing with the penny is, so you know how like you have like $3.99 food items or $3.99 like anything. It's either going to be $3.95 or $4.
Literally, because this actually got brought up in my history class, and you actually have the same history class as me, but before, it's the blog before. But anyway, we were talking about how the 13 colonies had different currencies, and that led us to this penny conversation. And I talked about how, the penny was devalued because it took up to 4 cents to make or to produce one single penny. And then that led us to the conversation about the 99 cents. So like nothing can be 99 cents anymore because it's an uneven number and we don't have unevens. But to another point we made, and this is sort of irrelevant, but sort of relevant, but soon enough, everything will be digital. We won't have any paper currency or like physical currency. So, I mean, gold's not valuable. It's gonna lose so much value too. And
soon, instead of the dollar, it's gonna be Bitcoin.
It's gonna, well, first of all, it's gonna make people so much more vulnerable to scams. It's gonna make it where people can control your currency. They can control your hard-earned money. So you don't have that physical touch to it anymore. And when the power grid shuts down, it's gonna go crazy. It's not gonna be good. We've shut down landline systems, so we're not gonna be able to communicate. Everything is gonna go down. Go ahead.
And I don't care what about anybody says, oh, Bitcoin's safer than paper money. No, it really isn't. Because for paper money, you actually need to rob them. But for Bitcoin, all somebody has to do, or for any cryptocurrency, is they just have to hack into your account, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you have 10,000 Bitcoin? Mine now. Thank you.
And I mean, back to that point, people are teaching. Dude, there are classes on how to hack into people's stuff. Literally. There's online classes.
There's nothing safe on digital. I don't care if you have some VPN. I don't care if you have freaking antivirus. I don't care. You can't protect it. You're gonna need like great bit encryption firewalls. And I'm not trying to sound like a nerd. I'm just being honest.
That's just the honest truth. And I mean, like, facts don't care about your feelings. I'm sorry, but the truth is there's gonna be a world war over currency. It's gonna be that bad.
Yes. Oh, I mean, it's already happening. You can look at China, Braxton. We've already started World War III, just not in the war part. Our economy, the terrorists, we're all ramping up. We're getting prepared. We're in a currency war right now. We're only leading our GDP. I think we're up like, 6 trillion? But we're not going to have that lead for long. Because, China, they have all those slaves. 25 cents an hour. They're just going to keep mass producing. Boom. They're catching them on ships to us. They already have a 6th generation fighter jet. We're losing this war. I don't want to say it, but we're literally starting to lose this war against China. This military arms race. And we're going to lose the Second World War.
We seriously, because Trump has so much, and I'll say this, if I haven't said this a million times, I'll say it again. Trump has all these cinder blocks just thrown down on his shoulders from the last administration. He's trying to keep America at the top of the defense ratings and at the top of the economic level. He's trying to keep the economic level good. And he has all of this stuff to focus on, and people just keep on blaming him for every single little thing that America goes through, like it's all his fault. Trump can only do so much at one time. He's a human. and people keep on dehumanizing political representatives just because they're on a different level than us. And I don't know. It's just people nowadays. Just go ahead.
Well, to be honest, yes, Trump is actually he's more focusing on fixing our border because there's a looming military threat of China. Cool, but the amount of sleeper agents we have in like the continental U.S., like not including Alaska and Hawaii, which is like the 48, we have like over probably 100,000. The amount of people that can just commit a terrorist attack right now is horrible. They could probably knock out every major city if they wanted to. That makes sense?
Yeah, very true, very true. It's sad what America's coming to. Honestly, we're preparing, as we said a moment ago, we're preparing for a World War III, and it's going to be worse than anything we've ever seen before.
And it's not going to be tanks and rifles. And yeah, it might start out as that, but then it's going to evolve. It's going to go from tanks and rifles to bombs.
There's going to be terrorist attacks. Yeah.
And I mean,
we've already started it. There's already been terrorist attacks. Wars.
Then the final string. It's going to be the war to end all wars, not in a good way.
Yeah.
Nuclear bombs are going to be used in the end because somebody's going to be losing the war. Somebody's going to be too scared.
As a Christian, I strongly believe that the rapture is coming, and it's going to be while everybody is feuding. It's going to be while the entire world is going into just, what's a good word for it? Just
scorched earth. Everybody is going to go scorched earth, like at the end of World War III. You know, like in our final days before like the rapture, even if the rapture does come, it probably will. But in the final days, you know what scorched earth means?
Explain.
Okay, so scorched earth is when like a country realizes they're like absolutely done for, right? You know, they're like, it's over. They're like, oh, screw it. I have 4,000 nuclear weapons in my arsenal. I'm losing this war. They're almost at my capital. Click the button. They blow up everything that is their enemy. So then their enemy's like, wait, what? There's missiles inbound. We need to launch them. So soon you have over, let's go, 8,000 nuclear weapons, right? Say the U.S. uses their full arsenal and every other country that's available to nuclear weapons uses their full arsenal. So we'll go for like 9,500 estimate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you got 9,500 nuclear bombs with a 75% success rate to hit that country. What about missile defense systems? A missile defense system, 8 missiles have I think it's like a 35% chance to knock out one nuclear bomb.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's over for the Earth.
The only reason. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Like all I'm saying, bunker. The only way you're surviving is if you have a bunker, but then you still got to have a food source, a water source. Animals are going to be dead. Water is going to be burnt. There's going to be the nuclear winter. Once we go scorched earth, they're not coming back.
Yeah, there's no coming back.
Honestly, the thing I'm most afraid of is like, do you see the tensions, right? Ukraine's like winning against Russia.
Oh, I just remember what I was going to say. I just remember what I was saying. Okay. So the only reason that the Iron Dome, which is, you know, a missile defense system, is working in Israel is because Israel is such a small country.
Yeah, and it's not even that Israel is only a small country. You know, Palestine using those Iran missiles, right? Those Iranian missiles. You know, it's like it's a 500-mile distance, right?
Yeah.
You realize like 75% of the missiles, when they hit the ground, they defunct. They just don't explode. They just, sit there.
Yep.
And I'm telling you right now, Israel can say, oh yeah, we're doing a ceasefire, blah, blah, blah. I'll bet you money on this, even though God says not to bet. But in a few years, Israel's just going to say, screw it, and go into a full-on, like, all-out war. Fighter jets, full-scale military invasion. they're not going to care because they've been fighting for this land since the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. Since after World War II. They're not going to care because they're tired of it.
I'd be tired
and even
too.
though it was originally
as a country, you have the
land, they should not be bullying Israel. Like,
I mean, it's
give
basically
the bodies back to Israel.
It's a part of the manipulation that the left faces. It's the
ISIS.
It's
Muslim extremist Muslims.
Extremist
you don't call
Muslims.
it the Taliban. You don't call it the ISIS. You call them extremist Muslims. They're Muslim extremists. Blah blah blah. And okay, cool. You're Muslim. I really don't care. But the only thing I have a problem with is that in the Muslim, whatever it's called, I don't know like how to pronounce it. I'm not trying to be offensive, but I'm just gonna call it Muslim Bible because I don't know the actual name for it.
The Quran.
It literally Quran. In the Quran, like near the end, it says, "Kill all enemies of Allah" or whatever. You know what that means, Braxton?
Kill Christians. That's a good translation.
Kill Catholics like me. Kill whatever, any other religion. Kill Mormons. Kill Eastern Orthodox Catholics.
And you know what's going to happen? There's going to be a war on Christianity, just like the Bible says. And we've already seen a start to the war of Christianity.
Actually, you can see it in the North and South Sudan war. North Sudan are the Muslims, right? They're like Muslim extremists. And then South Sudan is just like the mixed. The Catholics, the Christians, the blah, the blah, the blah. We've already seen it. It's happening again. Yugoslavia. Like when they were the Serbs and then the two other nations, blah, blah, blah. We've already seen this before, and it's just going to get worse. So now we have the Jews and the Palestinians. Or the Israelis and the Palestinians.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I guess that's really all we have to say today, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Wait, no. Do I have to go back? Do I have to? No, don't do this.
Yes, you do. Go to your room.
Braxton. No.
Go to your room.
I said no.
Go to your room, bro.
No.
Go. Get out.
You can't make me.
Leave.
You got stuck.
Leave now, or forever hold your peace.
I don't want to go. Get away from me. Stop. Oh, no, I got stuck. Please. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Have a great day. Jesus loves you. Bye.